Senator Pat Gallivan. I represent the 59th District. I sit on the Labor Committee. I'm our conference leader for economic development. One of those areas that stands right out that is costly to everybody, not just employers, not just contractors, local governments, and taxpayers, citizens, consumers, is the high cost of labor law, section 240, 241, the Scaffold Law.
It's important to remember a couple things. The things that we're seeking to reform would put us into essentially alignment with the other 49 states in the Union. New York is the only state left that has a strict or absolute liability system, which essentially means that if an employer contributed even a tiny percent towards an accident, then they are 100% responsibility, have 100% responsibility for whatever is adjudicated in the courts. And it really ought to be a comparative negligence system, meaning you're responsible for whatever it is that you contributed to the incident.
This is the only area of law where both sides do not have an equal chance. One side is held absolutely liable to begin with. That just isn't fair. Everybody should have their day in court. A worker's right to sue should indeed be protected. But we should never be at the point when a worker testifies after being injured that I knew that was there, it was my fault, I shouldn't have done it, and then have the judge say the fact that it was your fault is irrelevant.
The important part of this is because of the high cost of general liability insurance to cover this open-ended coverage, it means that a lot of men and women who should be working on construction sites, for whom there should be dollars available for public works projects, aren't working because the cost of these projects has gone up dramatically in order simply to pay insurance. And in many cases, people are not finding carriers who are willing to even provide the insurance, let alone the question of whether you could afford it. And so they're going to out-of-state or non-admitted carriers. The reforms we're talking about would not eliminate someone's ability to go into the courtroom and to sue for damages if they're injured in a fall off of a scaffold, off of a ladder, in a tunnel incident. It simply requires of them, however, that they demonstrate and provide evidence that an employer contributed to the accident. And then we would determine, based on whatever their culpability is, what the damages are.
But it's incredibly important that all the voices are heard so that the people that are in a position to be able to do something about it, the members of the Senate, the members of the Assembly, and the governor's office take notice and say, hey, we should make these changes. It's for the good of everybody.
If we want more jobs, if we want to build more, I think we have to address this, and I think we can do it in a way that's balanced and fair for everyone.